क्या इसके लिए भी आर्मी लगेगी क्या टेक्नोलॉजी सिखाने
नहीं,
के
उसके लिए जरूरत नहीं है।
लिए? And I'll have to observe certain things about the conduct because that amounts to wastage of the court's time. Your counsel should be properly briefed. यहाँ ऐसा नहीं है कि उठ के आए और फाइल यहीं खोली और यहीं शुरू हो गए. Where is that order? आप लोग क्या टेक्नोलॉजी से इतने ज्यादा डाइवोर्स्ड हैं? अरे ऐसे ही लगता है इतने महीने होगा आप आज तक टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज नहीं सीख पाए. Now you reply my queries. Your lawyer is not prepared. You answer it.
The case is adjourned for the purpose of having the evidence reduced to writing.
Writing लिखा हुआ है.
Sir, वो typographical error probably.
पर भी court martial चलता है क्या?
Supreme Court judgment, Your Lordship, in the synopsis.
Later on.
Yes.
Judgment comes later on. First,
of course.
Facts.
Okay, I will explain, sir.
Don't try to behave like a lawyer.
No, sir.
Judgment bombard कर दिया, facts का कोई पता ही नहीं है.
No, sir.
ठीक है. Are you being paid your salary or not?
I'm being paid.
And you are getting your allowances too?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then be happy. List on 5th.
Now, also, kindly appreciate.
Just a minute. Where is the reference to the order dated this 6th April 23? When did he join in pursuance to the order dated 6th April 23? That is annexure P1.
Lordship, he joined.
विक्रम जी, आपकी तैयारी आजकल क्या है? पढ़ नहीं पाते क्या? टाइम नहीं मिलता?
It's not that.
ज्यादा केस हो गए हैं.
नहीं, it's not that.
तो पढ़ते क्यों नहीं हैं आप?
It's not that, Lordship, because that date of joining is not because it has not been the issue in this petition.
You should have been prepared. आपकी मैडम ने 2 बार टाइम लिया सिनॉप्सिस बनाने के लिए.
Joining कब किया? 6/4/2023, Lordship.
6/4 को तो he was directed to be attached.
Yes.
Then he joined on the same date.
Within a week's time, he moved.
When did he moved? I'm asking you the date when he moved.
The Lordship, according to the rules, the moment we get a movement order, we have certain days to join from the said location, get there.
He joined. He obeyed this order.
He came here, yes.
Now you reply my queries. Your lawyer is not prepared. You answer it. Then this attachment annexure P1 was for a particular purpose. Attached to units mentioned against each for further disciplinary proceedings under the provisions of Army Instructions 30/1986 with immediate effect till finalization of disciplinary case. When was the disciplinary case finalized?
Your Lordship, if I may submit a few things before you to appreciate the sequence of events
जी
properly.
बताइए.
Your
आप
Lordship,
बैठिए. विक्रम साहब आप बैठिए.
Yes, yes.
जी बैठ जाइए.
Your Lordship, in Army, when some disciplinary proceedings are ordered, that is done after a fact-finding investigation into the subject.
Right.
So whenever we get the knowledge that something has happened which may amount to an offense, we ordered something called a court of inquiry, which is akin to a police investigation roughly, and it is a fact-finding body. After that investigation completes, that goes to the convening authority who gives a direction on after examining whether prima facie something has emerged during that investigation. Right. So in this particular case, I mean, I'll get to the particular case later. I'll just explain the sequence of event. So once that direction comes, it will say that so-and-so has been found blameworthy for this prima facie, and accordingly you disciplinary proceeding be initiated against him.
Right.
Now, once that happens, that disciplinary proceeding comes in various stages, Your Lordship.
Right.
So it starts with something called a hearing of charge, which is Army Rule 22, Your Lordship.
Army Rule 22.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Just a minute. Yes.
Your Lordship, the surprise check was done on 29/01/2020.
29/1/2020. Surprise check.
Yes, where we found that there was something amiss, based on which.
एक second.
Yes.
Check was made. So that is the date of knowledge as per.
No, Your Lordship. No, I'll explain that, Your Lordship. I'll explain that, Your Lordship. So we figured that something is amiss. However, we neither know how many people will be involved in that. Accordingly, Your Lordship, we started the investigation on 21/08/2020.
When did you start the investigation?
The court of inquiry commenced on 21/08, serial number 4 of the synopsis, Your Lordship.
2020. Court
2020.
of inquiry initiated.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Right.
So, Your Lordship,
Where are the proceedings of the Court of inquiry which were initiated on 21/8/2020?
Your Lordship, whereas Your Lordship, they have been examined
No,
in
no,
the
no, no.
in the
You say that Court of inquiry, this surprise check was made on 29/1/2020.
yes,
Court of inquiry was started on 21/8/2020.
yes, Your Lordship.
There is lapse of about 7 months' time.
Your Lordship,
Just a minute,
yes,
please. Then you say that for the first time on 8/2/23, Court of investigation on completion came to know that who are the delinquent persons, right?
yes, Your Lordship.
Now, what is the documentary evidence in support of this? That the date of discovery of the delinquent officer is 28/2023 and not 21/8/20. Where is the initiative? Where is the document which initiated the inquiry? Because that will
Yes.
prove one thing, that the inquiry was against certain unknown persons and that culminated into knowledge in terms of section 122 clause C, because clause C says where it is not known by whom the offense was committed.
Yes,
The first day on which the identity of the offender is known. Now that is the crux of the matter. So we'll have to see that which is the date on which the identity of the offender came to your knowledge.
Your Lordship, if I may submit one thing. Your Lordship, if we are,
There is a direct question. Please give me.
I will.
Please.
Sir,
Give me.
Your Lordship, there is a direction on the issue.
Please show me the order dated 21/8/2020, whereby the Court of inquiry started investigation. It started investigation against unknown persons or against certain known persons. That will be the starting point.
Yes, Your
Complete the requirements of section 122(1)(c).
Your Lordship, I just have one submission. Your Lordship, we have not dwelt in details of the facts for one reason.
No. Sorry.
One reason.
No.
I will present it if the Honorable Court
I'm asking you. You'll have to present it.
Of course, Your Lordship.
Where is
Sir,
it?
right now I don't have the.
Bring it. That
Yes,
don't
Your
waste time. Bring it.
Yes, Your Lordship, I will.
लिखिएगा. Shri Rakesh Singh, learned counsel for the petitioner, along with the petitioner, Lieutenant Colonel Mukesh Srivastava. Next. Miss Mohitma, Major Mohitma, Major Miss Mohitma, present on behalf of the Union of India. Next. As the level of assistance was not up to the mark from the Counsel for the Union of India, Major Mohitma was permitted to argue this matter. Next para. After raising a preliminary objection as to the maintainability of the present petition and the learned counsel for the Union of India taking this court through the OA which was filed by the petitioner before the Armed Force Tribunal Regional Bench at Jabalpur, and drawing attention of this court to the prayer contained therein, namely, within inverted commas, small a bracket close, to direct the respondent number 4 and 5 to issue movement order to the applicant to report to his unit within bracket RTU bracket close in the interest of justice, full stop, inverted commas close. It is submitted that the petition is not maintainable. Next para. From this stage, Major Mohitma has taken over to explain that as per Annexure P1 dated 6th April 2023, there was an order of attachment issued by Deputy Director / DV-2 for Adjutant ADJUTANT, Adjutant General, asking attachment of the petitioner along with others from petitioner along with others, whereby petitioner was attached from his present unit 107 GL SEC, S capital EC chota, टाइप का T बड़ा within inverted single inverted commas B /12 Corps /Southern Command to GRC /HQ MB area full stop. It is next para. It is an admitted fact that within the prescribed period, petitioner had reported for joining at GRC /HQ MB area full stop. That is not in dispute. Next. Now the issue which is being raised is taking this court through Rule 22 and 23 of the Army Rules 1954. It is being emphasized that the court of inquiry is initiated in parts. First part is as given in chapter 5, dealing with investigation of charges.
No, Your Lordship,
and
if I may
trial by-
clarify.
Please just a minute. Investigation of charges and trial by court-martial. Full stop. It is submitted that Rule 22 deals with hearing of charge, and it is something like preliminary investigation in a criminal case. Thereafter, stage of Rule 23, which deals with procedure for taking down the summary of evidence, is resorted to, and thereafter, if the commanding officer is of the opinion that the accused is to be committed to the court-martial, then matter is committed to the court-martial. Next para. Reading from section 122 of the Army Act 1950, it is submitted that on 29/1/2020, surprise check was made. Full stop. At that point of time, the disciplinary authority was not having knowledge as to who are the delinquents. Full stop. Thereafter, on 21/8/2020, Court of Inquiry started investigation in terms of Rule 22. नहीं है Rule 22.
180, Your Lordship.
अच्छा ठीक है. In terms of Rule 180.
Rule 22 states comes once the court of inquiry is
ठीक.
completed, Your Lordship.
Under Rule 180, which deals with procedure when character of a person subject to the act is involved. Thereafter, investigation was completed on 8/2/23, and therefore it is submitted that for the first time identity of the delinquents was discovered on 8/2/23. Therefore, the period of limitation as given in section 122 will commence in terms of commence from 8/2/23, and therefore the case is liable to be dismissed. Next para. The issue is herein is that section 122 of the Army Act, 1950 reads as under within inverted commas 122 dot period of limitation for trial dot dash within bracket 1 bracket close except as provided by subsection within bracket 2 bracket close comma no trial by court martial of any person subject to this act for any offense shall be committed after the expiration of a period of 3 years, and such period shall commence, comma, dash. ये लिख लीजिएगा ABC तीनों लिख लीजिएगा इसका पेज 33 है. Next para. Thus, it is necessary to point out that when court of inquiry started, whether it was started against unknown persons, हाँ बोलिए.
There is one suppression, my lord.
हाँ हाँ.
Actually, after
इतना इनका लिख लें उसके बाद में आपका लिखते हैं ना लिखते हैं क्या लिखा on 21/8/2020 then whether it was against some set of known persons or it was started against unknown persons. Full stop. For that, the order initiating the court of inquiry on 21/8/2020 is necessary, which has not been brought on record by Miss Major Mohitma. Next, आप बोलिए अब.
my lord, I have also filed a synopsis where I have brought that suppression has been done.
हाँ बताइए.
After surprise check on 29 January 2020,
जी.
From 2nd March, my lord, a court of inquiry has been initiated by Lieutenant Colonel Pankaj Sharma,
2nd March,
presiding officer, 2nd March 2020.
2nd March 2020. Pankaj Sharma,
Lieutenant Colonel Pankaj Sharma.
Lieutenant Colonel Pankaj Sharma.
That was culminated on 14th August 2020.
14th August 2020.
And the same was forwarded to the office of Headquarter 1 STC.
And was forwarded to the Headquarter 1
STC.
STC, S for Shimla.
Signal Training Center.
अच्छा, STC, yes.
White number TTR letter number
ये
109.
आपका एलेक्शन होगा ना?
My lord, IA number मैंने पेश किया है सर.
कौन सा है ये?
IA number is 177850, I think. My lord, there is
नहीं, 17778 है.
1778.
हाँ. देखते हैं.
Column number, my lord, page 5 onwards it starts.
देखते हैं.
Your Lordship, if I may just bring something to your notice.
Facts आ रहे कोई.
Of course.
I'm not deciding the case.
No, because he mentioned that I have suppressed this fact. That is why I just want to point out one thing.
You are not supposed to react to everything.
Of course.
ठीक है, तो your contention is that on at least on 14th August 2020
They have forwarded.
they knew that who are the delinquents. बस इतना ही है ना.
Yes.
ठीक है, let them clarify. आ जाइए, बस इतना लिख लेते. क्या लिखा? वो तो हो गया. Next para. Shri Rakesh Singh submits that he has also enclosed a summary wide IA 177 synopsis wide IA 1778/2024. On page 5 of this synopsis, he has shown that on 2nd March 2020, Lieutenant Colonel Pankaj Sharma, from whom he had taken charge, started inquiry for the discrepancies in clothing store 1 TTR, and Pankaj Sharma was detailed as the presiding officer of the same. Full stop. On 14th August 2020, CUI क्या होता है?
Court of inquiry.
Court of inquiry done by Lieutenant Colonel Pankaj Sharma was forwarded to HQ1 STC wide 1 TTR letter number. ये कौन है भाई? बाहर बात कर लीजिए बैठ के. बाहर चेयर्स है नहीं है? कॉरिडोर में चेयर्स है नहीं है? बाहर कॉरिडोर में चेयर्स है नहीं है? बाहर बैठ के बात करिए प्लीज.
Can I seek one permission? Your Lordship, the 20th March 23 order, February 23 order, the directions of GOC. Your Lordship, because the trial has not commenced, the petitioner is not entitled to that copy in the scheme of that. May I produce it in a sealed cover is what I would like to
ठीक है,
ask.
maybe produce in sealed cover कर दीजिए. Sealed cover, yes. ले आइए इसको.
So all the 3 orders, Your Lordship, I'll produce in sealed cover. If 10 days time, maybe please grant it to me.
जी, ठीक है. Ms. Major Mohituma prays for and is granted 10 days time to do the needful. List this case on. Fifth March 2020.
Because he is not required here and his family is settled at Jamnagar.
इनको जाने दीजिए ना. आप तो पर्याप्त हैं बहस करने के लिए.
Your Lordship, he is attached here and he can seek leave as per permissible. He's been granted leave on number of occasions. I've pointed that out.
Grant of leave is not a viable option. Because last year I have cooperated with the complete proceedings. I was here for 9 months. Thereafter I availed my full leave. Since the year end
But still, unless they
Your
bring your attachment to an end, you can only seek leave. You cannot seek movement from one place to another unless this court decides that the inquiry has not been completed within the prescribed time limit as given in section 122(1)(c. Then till then there cannot be any order of movement to the unit.
Your Honor, my summary of evidence, whatever was to be taken, finished on September, Your Honor.
ठीक है
I am
चलिए.
here attached since then with no productive gainful attachment.
ठीक है. Are you being paid your salary or not?
I am being paid.
And you are getting your allowances too?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then be happy. List on 5th March.
Oblige, Your Lordship.